on the Upper East Side. So, and you want to take a look at a Winfred Rembert show, All of Me. We'll start out looking at the wall text here. You can pause your computer and read that. This is titled Duchamp 2. Die on carbon tooled leather, 28 by 33. Well, I was just speaking to some people talking about the artist, and I said I think I've been aware of his work since about 2009, 2010. I think I saw it at a booth at the Armory Show out on the pier. I was impressed. This is titled Civil Rights, I Have a Dream, 1999. Die on carbon tooled leather. Well, I don't know if any of you have tooled leather. This is one of the things I did when I was a kid. Made a couple of wallets and did some other things. But, well, Winfred's technique shows you that you can really take something that might be very pedestrian and do fabulous things with it if you've got some talent. I'm going to keep moving through here. We're going to run and gun. The Attack, 2018. So this is 20 by 11. This is one of the more colorful pieces. And it's actually, I would say that this is very much like a painting. The Getaway, 2015. .32 by 19. Well, I've heard a little bit that Winfred was actually incarcerated for a period of time, and I think that's where he learned to do his leather work. The deputy, and I think in his own biography he talked about being assaulted and being chased through a town and almost lynched. So I guess a lot of this is based on his personal experiences. This is titled Nigger Blood, date unknown. So Winfred's not only got a dramatic, graphic sense, I think he's also got a pretty good formal sense if you look at the way that this is designed, with the, almost like the Rothko horizontals here. Almost Me, 30 by 10. Okay, so he's also using some metallics in there. Thank God I'm alive, and while I'm still alive I can talk about it. I can talk about surviving. I am history. Inside the trunk, and again, he's got a pretty good color sense. Wingtips. 2001 to 2002. Actually, I like the natural color of the leather, and because a lot of these are dealing with the themes of people and people's skin color, I think this is a very good kind of metaphoric use of materials. The walk. And he is very good with capturing the characters, kind of the sense of the bad actors. Great contrast. It's another boldly colored piece, Georgia Justice. Well, I was curious to find out about how these are mounted, whether these are on some kind of a stretcher, whether they're mounted on board, or whether they're just loose. They kind of seem to warp a little bit, maybe. Flour bread, 23 by 33. This makes me think of a Horace Pippin painting. These are, cook is wearing a mask. Title unknown, sugarcane. Well, I was talking about how unique Winfred's medium is, the carving the leather, and he's got a great sense for the way you can kind of build up textures and use the natural tones of this and things. The Gamages, Patsy's House, 2005. Again, he's got a great sense of laying out his compositions. This kind of makes me think of a Bruegel. Okay, viewers, if you're noticing a difference in the quality of the audio or the video, that's because my new camera overheated and I'm running and gunning, so I didn't have time to let it cool down, and I got about 10 minutes before closing time. This is titled Patsy and Me 2000. Wonderful composition, and I like the nicely, or the closely toned browns. A couple of small pieces. Marbles, Tommyknocker. Yeah, okay, so I like the little colored marbles on the brown background. Pregnant in the Cotton Field, 31 by 21. I think one of the first things that I noticed when I saw the work was the contrast that he got using the patterns. A lot of the work that I saw was about people, sharecroppers working in the cotton fields. Buck and Me, 2014, 24 by 35. Dunlap's quarters. Gosh, there's so many little narratives and things going on here. Miss Prather and me. School days 1955, 57, 56, 57. Okay. Yeah, that texture is beautiful. The book that couldn't be read. Hamilton Avenue. This is great. I can actually look through here and recognize the models of the car. There's a 57 Chevy Ford pickup. And there's a Hamilton Avenue in Brooklyn that I drive up and down occasionally. Winfred's Toys. Okay, gosh, we got a lot of things. We got a slingshot. There's little stilts, bows and arrows. Cotton wagon race. Oh, this is a beauty. Okay, so we've got the narrative of these guys with the wagons racing. They got their teams of horses. And those spotted ponies really stand out. Great contrast with the cotton balls. The curvy. Again, a great composition. And I've got this stream in the background with this graphic strut in the middle. It's the bridge, railroad bridge. People are diving. Okay, well, makes me think of Kathy Bradford a little bit. Oh boy. Dollar's Head Baseball 1990. It's a very classic subject matter. Okay, I like it. Everybody's playing shirtless. It makes me think when I was a kid, we used to play games of shirts versus the skins. Saved you money on uniforms. Wilson Brothers. I would say that Winfred has really captured a pretty wide spectrum of things in his cultural milieu. The towns, the actions, the good, the bad. This is Kunkel Doo. Kind of looks like Little Richard. Another beautiful coloristic piece. Soda Shop. Okay. Jeff's Pool Room. Do I have time to run upstairs? Okay, well, it's past closing time, so I'm not going to have time to give you all the titles and dimensions of these. But this is the work I remember first seeing, was the convicts in their striped outfits picking cotton. And this work really becomes very abstract. I mean, Winfred was a great modernist. I mean, he might have considered himself a storyteller or something like that, but pictorially, graphically, he's getting into some extremely advanced and sophisticated compositional things. It's like an overall design. Oh, I like this. Red Note Chain Gang. 2007, 33 by 42. Well, I told you I like text, and, well, staff of music who like text. Okay. Mixed Rose. This is really abstract. This is 2013. Cotton picker crosses. I'm just looking at the amount of work that is in this show and thinking that Winfred must have been a very hard-working artist. This is another fantastic piece. Just another cotton field. You know, so fabulous the way the vectors of the composition go down, the various color things happening. Okay, there's only one face that's turned towards the viewer, that's that one. Picking cotton. Oh, this is great. This actually makes me think of a Bob Thompson painting. Title unknown, Cotton Rose, date unknown. Beautiful, but I love the, I guess those are trees, maybe not. We're gonna be looking at this one. Picking Cotton Colors. So this has been James Kalm reporting on Winfred Rembert, all of me at HAUSER WIRTH. Take a look at an exhibition titled Dial Hammons Rauschenberg at the David Lewis Gallery. I was intrigued when I looked in the window, and I generally don't like to cover group shows because it's just too long and complicated, but these are three of my favorite artists. I've been watching Thornton's work for 30 years and visited Bill Arnett in Atlanta, and he took me back and showed me his Thornton dial collection. This is Valley Creek Disaster Area, 2004. Tin wood cloth, caning wire, corn shucks, wire enamel, and spray paint on canvas. This is 170 by 73. And this really gets into Thornton's kind of subtle earth-toned palette. Robert Rauschenberg, Coram, Unions, this is 1975. Rag mud, rope, bamboo, and mud. Okay. Well, I always liked the things that Rauschenberg did with the ropes connecting the various parts here. And, well, there's a certain kind of minimalism there. Let's walk in and take a little stroll around the installation here. Actually, it's pretty amazing how these pieces all kind of harmonize with each other. They've got certain related motifs. Matt's Defense Scenarios. This is 2005. Pigment transfer on polylaminate panel. Dimensions each are 85.5 by 60. So that's together, that's 8 by 10 feet. Okay, so these are the late transfer. I guess they're calling them paintings. I always kind of wondered why he went to the trouble of making transfers when he could have just used straight photographs, but that was part of his process. I guess he had to soak these things with solvents and then run them through a press. This is Thornton Dial, Joe Louis, 1989. This is glass liquor bottles. Fabric, fiber, industrial sealing compound, oil enamel spray paint on canvas mounted on wood. This is 59 by 66 by 8.5. Well, I was talking about visiting the Bill Arnett collection, and I think Bill was one of the geniuses behind getting a lot of what they call the Southern vernacular art accepted by institutions. He left part of his collection to the Met. I think they had like 90 pieces in the group that he had donated. And, well, they had a great show there. Also, he spread his collection out, so he gave a lot of pieces to other regional museums. This is David Hammons, Untitled, 1976-77. Wire, rope, pipe cleaner, hair, rubber ball, mesh, aluminum, sandpaper, and thumbtacks. Okay, so he's got little tufts of hair stuffed in under his ball there. It has kind of a hierarchical form. I know that David did a series of works using hair that he'd picked up at barber shops in his neighborhood. This is a major dial. Monster of Space, 2004. Neckties. Rope, carpet, artificial flower, soil, tin, enamel spray paint, and splash zone compound on canvas, 8400 by 108. Okay, so I think Thornton actually worked for the Pullman Railroad Car Company for many years and was a master welder, master metal worker, and didn't really start working full-time as an artist until after he retired. And I think that Bill Arnett met him through Lonnie Hawley and kind of took him under his wing. Some people have criticized him as he kind of say that he kind of subsumed him, but I think that in the long run it was beneficial for both of them, and I think Thornton really became known as one of the outstanding representatives of the Southern vernacular sculpture because of Bill. Oh, this is a major Rauschenberg sculpture. I like this with the double-handed saws. I guess if you had some drumsticks, you could come in and play this. And this is titled The Lurid Attack of the Monsters from the Postal News, August 1875. This is solvent transfer acrylic collage on wood veneer and aluminum with objects. This is 41 by 192 by 17 inches. We've got our little wheels in there. Oh, they've got this plugged in. Oh, there's lights. Okay. Let's look at this Thornton dial sculpture. The Top of the World, 1998, metal fabrics, paint can lids, rope, nails, industrial ceiling compound, .78 by 50. Well, one of the things I like about Thornton's work is that all looks kind of stressed and abject, and I guess that for years he did the work and just left it outside. And even after he became famous, I think that he kind of kept that dusty, dirty, abject aspect of the work. We've got some David Hammons in here. Untitled Kool-Aid. (2006) Kool-Aid on paper with silk curtain and terry cloth frame. Okay. I think David is probably best known for his snowball selling piece that he did up at, what was it? Astor Place. Okay, so if this is just regular Kool-Aid, I would say. This is what it's doing to the inside of your guts. And I believe you can probably go back and check the files. And I did a report on a David Hammons exhibition on the Upper East Side. And it was all about wrapped canvases. So you didn't really see anything. All you saw was the wrapper, sort of like this piece. This is untitled. 2007, oil paint on canvas, plastic sheet. They're saying this is 61 by 20. I don't think so. More like 34 by 22, 24. But it does kind of get to what David was trying to get across, which is some of this is exposed and some of it's not. There's a lot of interesting color things. And, well, he decided to wrap the oil paint instead of acrylic. That says something. We got another major Thornton dial piece. Memory of the Ladies that gave us the good life. 2004. Tin, carpet, wood, glove, wash bin, scrub brush, yard ornament, motor oil bottle, paintbrush, clothing, wire, enamel, and spray paint on wood. This is 98 by 82, so we're talking about 8 by 7 feet, and yeah, this is a chunky one. Okay, so I have to say that Thornton's got an interesting palette. A lot of it is based on gray, and I think that part of that was that he uses a lot of this compound, this adhesive compound that's gray, and he kind of builds from that in a certain way. Okay, that's great. We've got this lawn ornament. Oh, there's your glove. Motor oil. Okay. So this is Prime Rauschenberg from his breakthrough period. This is titled Cartoon, 1962, Oil, Wood, and Metal on Canvas. And I was talking about some shared motifs between all three of these artists. And so here we have this kind of ragged pieces of metal that have been smashed down. We've got recycled pieces of furniture and things. I always enjoyed Rauschenberg as a colorist as well. Oh, we got this little T-square in the corner there. And I'm wondering if that is stretcher bars that he's cut up, put in there. Okay, so this has been Dial, Hammons, and Rauschenberg at David Lewis. You can like this, share, link it up to all your social media sites, talk about it, all the openings, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and reviews below, and you can subscribe. Say thank you, Kate. Thank you.
Any good video?
Yeah. Pink Floyd, right? Us and Them?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.